Hello all, good afternoon, good evening, good weekend, whatever it is. Hope you've all had a successful week. It's been a wicked week for me, not really on a trading front, but in general. Been getting through loads of stuff, been doing lots of reading. Also had one of my trader meetups earlier on in the week, which was awesome. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to keep this as short and sweet as I can. There's not lots to go through or whatever. Small little loss here on the 10k account across this week. Two trades which closed out. So yeah, we're 0.35% down for the week, just the two trades which have gone through, and they were one US 30 trade. These equities just don't seem to want to die in the slightest. So let me bring up that US 30. I had a short on here. You can still see I've got some positions here which I'm probably going to move, but this sucker just keeps on going up and up and up. I've just caught it over on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, it just keeps being bullish, right? And yeah, we believe that's down to market manipulation, all the rest of it. But yeah, for trading wise, with what I've been doing, that hasn't really helped me. But my risk was, I've managed to keep my risk nice and small on it though, so I'm not too disappointed. So on that whole trade, I lost 0.2%. That's cool. Argue as to whether I should be in it or not. That's up to you. Yeah, another one on Euro GBP. What happened on there? Euro GBP. So what do we have here? Yeah, I think I just got in early on what I thought was a reversal. You can see there's other trades here. There's sorry, other positions there waiting to go. I'm leaving them on there for a minute because you know, I consider these in fairly safe territory for the moment. But I'm pretty close to the charts, so I'm not too worried about missing that. But anyway, yeah, I think I got in too early. I think I just got clipped in actually. Let's have a quick look at the, I think I was anticipating across, and I think I literally just got clipped in. Here's the entry here. So over on the right hand side here, no, completely lying. I didn't get clipped in. It went with me for a bit and then went against me. I can't really, there was a trade this week I just got clipped into. Anyway, so that's that for the last week. But again, these numbers are, I'm okay with these numbers, yeah? These numbers are good for me, you know, like little, small losses each week. I'm totally cool with that. The aim is to kind of get these small losses and then, you know, I have the odd decent runner. Anyway, that's the plan. Whether that's paying off, I don't know. The numbers are still pretty red at the moment. Towards the end of the year, I will do a kind of complete year review and get all these numbers balanced out. I'll be ignoring 2015, but we'll see where we actually are in 2016, you know, the actual final number. And it looks like that we're probably going to be down about 7% or something like that. But I can't say I mind that too much, given that this is my first real year of trading and we're trying to you know, we're trying to learn basically, and I think I'm learning. So anyway, that's that. So weekly insight, what can I tell you about? Well, these are all the trades which I've currently got open. We'll have a quick look at those, but the key thing is I'm under 1.2% risk across all of them. Although I do have, you know, I've got a couple of trades open onto the caddy. Looney rather, so I'm 0.6 exposed on that, and I've got 2 euro trades open, so I'm just keeping an eye on that. That's 0.6. This one is still on the 5% account, 5k account, which is just sitting there basically. So looking at existing trades, I won't bother with Aussie USD. I've been through it a number of times. Let's look at Euro USD. Euro USD. So what have we got going on here? Yeah. So over on the right hand side here, the 8-hour chart, you can see. You know, this looked like it was pulling back a little bit. We've got this loss in momentum down here. You can see that we've got this divergence between momentum on there and between the kind of price on here. So it is starting to look a bit more bullish. This was the one that I just got clipped in on actually. Sorry, that's what I thought I was already out of it. So you can see they're pretty much to the pip I'm in on there. So you could argue that I shouldn't, if luck had been on my side, I wouldn't be in it. Or if it was down to skill, I mean, I went in at about the 0.58 level. I'm just looking at number 58 over here. So yeah, note maybe I had my order in a little bit. So I could maybe move that up, but I'm not too fussed about that because that is just literally to the pip. This is starting to look on the daily like it's crossing. So again, we're losing that momentum over on the daily side. I won't be adding anything else to these positions. I'm just, you know, I'll let these guys run through. So hopefully we'll get back to here. If we get up to here, we'll clip in, and another one on the way up again. But what I will do is I always kind of check these. Every time a new trade goes on, I kind of reanalyze the trade and have a look at it again, see if I still like it, because trades do seem to sort of change. Your kind of vision and picture of them changes as you go along. So what else we got in there? USUSD, NZD CAD. We got NZD Kiwi CAD, Kiwi Loonie. Yeah, similar sort of setup. Yeah, and the you know, it looks like we're losing momentum on the 8. The daily's thinking about doing its thing. Reflection, that could be a little bit further away. What's my risk on this? 0.3. Yeah, I could get spiked out of that, so that's a note to self. What I don't particularly like about this trade, when you look at it, the daily, it's kind of, you know, it's uptrending quite nicely. If you come back and look at the weekly, I'm hesitant because we've got big support. Big support around this number here, as you can see. Big support at this 9,500 level, and it has never been up this far. But I mean, technically, you know, this is trading. You know, it's an uptrend on a big scale, given the weekly charts we're looking at now. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out, because this is an attempted breakout. It's come back down to this level here. So it's literally at this point we work out whether it's a failed breakout or not. And I guess if it does break out, which is obviously what I'm betting on currently, it could be sky's the limit, although I'd be surprised. We're going to see some big retracement around this sort of parity number. But anyway, hopefully there's no hope here, sorry. I know I'm not overexposed. It's just a figure of speech. 0.3% on that. So we'll just see what that does. Again, this is what I really like about trading bigger account sizes. I mean, I came to this realization ages ago when I was trading a smaller account, but I get more gears on my 10k account, right? Because I can do things like the 0.24 risk and the 0.3, and even lower than that, really, which you could never do on a 2k account. So, you know, that's one of the big kind of value adds of trading, is being able to scale in and scale out of trades. So this helps you do that, which is great. Okay, where were we? NZD CAD, Euro CAD. So I imagine that'll be a similar trade, although I think I should think before I speak. Euro Loonie. Yeah, so I've done this as a support and resistance play. So I'm still on the weekly here, although you can see it on the weekly. So I'm basically just saying it's only a small trade. So we've got support in this zone. I'll call it a zone, kind of like here. Yeah, so we got some support here. It's knobbed it down here a little bit. Knobbed it, that's a technical term. And then I've got a limit kind of up here because we've got support up here. So it's a really small little trade, right? So it's 0.29 percent for 0.67. So that's not going to like make the break the bank. But you know, we have got a change of momentum here, which is quite nice. Over on the daily, this is starting to lose momentum. So we'll just see what that does, really. Again, cheapo trade. Euro CAD, and then US oil. I got clipped in US oil. Yep, so I'm going short with US oil. I actually did this over on 2-hour chart, so I saw this rolling over here. The 8 looked pretty good, but I actually got in on the 2-hour chart here, 2-hour itchy chart rather, with it crossing over. So again, it will be low risk, 0.25%, and I won't be adding to this position. I'm hoping it might see the 40 bucks level. It might not make it past 43. Let's see if I could still take it out at 43, which I may do. So 40 bucks, 43 would make it just over a 1-to-1. I'm hoping it sees a lot of bearishness and makes it back down to the 40. But which I think it could do actually. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, we'll see. So let's get back to the daily. What's going on the daily of this thing? So yeah, we've got some support up here where it got to sort of that level, and then it's kind of pulled back to here. We're seeing this kind of head and shoulders business. Not really a big kind of pattern guy, but you know, you can see you've got this mirrored support here. I don't know if this means that it's not actually head and shoulders when it does this, but I'm just saying from a support perspective, it's done this, it's done that, it's done this, it's done that, it's done this. Right, hang on, let's get a... So current thinking is it kind of did that, then it came down here and it's done that, double bottom there admittedly, then it's gone back up to there, then it's coming back down here, and then I don't know what it's going to do. Maybe it's going to do that, and I'm hoping it's going to do that, but obviously, and then it may come back up again for another chance on it, but then ultimately I am hoping somebody that follows this, being Virgil, crucifies me for that word, which I also agree with, so fair play to him. Yeah, so I don't know. What'll be interesting is to see whether I can actually get out of not taking off the risk and let this go to break even. So, yeah, I mean, obviously with oil I have to watch the contract expiry and all the rest of it. But anyway, that's that for what's going on. What else am I looking at? USD Jappy looking for the pullback. USD Jappy for the pullback. Boom, 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 boom. So what does that mean? That just means that this sucker is running and running and running and running and running. So at some point I presume it's going to pull back, and I will try and play it on the short side. We've got the same on CAD Jappy, which I won't go into, and I've mentioned USD Swissy. What have we got with that? Yeah, it's a similar thing. It's the USD bullishness turning bear. Well, it's not turned bearishness, but we're waiting for it to. Anyway, that's that. What have we got news-wise coming up? We have got price index. Again, I don't freak out about these. Unemployment change is probably worth worrying about on Wednesday. Boom, 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 boom. Unemployment change, on-farm payrolls on Friday. Yep. So we've got a fair bit this week. Call me a madman, but I know there's a referendum or something significant going on in Italy. Never know when that is. Is that coming up soon? Italian referendum date. What does that mean? Has it been? December the 4th. No. Okay, so that is December the 4th. Is that on a Sunday? Okay, I'm sure we can clarify that. But yeah, so there's reasons for the markets to be a bit jittery. And in conclusion to the whole of this week, maybe the week before, the markets are weird. I don't like them. They're all a bit kind of funny. We have had a couple of reasonable setups that have come in, but I don't really love them, quite frankly. They're all a bit kind of weird before Christmas. We've already been seeing massive rallies in the indices. They like to do that in Christmas, in December rather. We've kind of started seeing that already in November. It'll be interesting to see what they actually do for the rest of December, whether they fall or continue with their bullishness. Either way, I'm going to try not to go too near it. One other one, sorry, silver. I always like to mention silver because it's my fave. But yeah, it's threatening to kind of go long again, but we have been in a decent pullback. So let's get some weekly up here. I like a bit of weekly, you see. So yeah, this has been kind of coming down. I personally thinking that this is kind of, we've reached the bottom around here. Personally think, now let's get rid of personally think. Let's take it technical. So I am thinking that, that we might, yeah, you see, now where we are now is right on that fib thing. So if I had to kind of say where would it pull back if we had broken out, it would have been to, we would have gone up to something like that, and then we would have bounced off of here and gone up a leg. And now the minute I've done that, I've started liking it again. That's again weekly, so on the daily we would start to see this rolling over. Tricky play, yeah, tricky. So it's one to keep an eye on. It might be worth a small order in maybe like there with a stop down here or something, just to see if it can. The problem is, of course, that you're going to see all the bears are going to come rushing in about here. So it's going to get choppy around this zone here, which makes it difficult to play. Yeah, it's a tricky play, and pretty volatile markets, so I might leave that one aside. Anyway, I hope you're all having fun. Have a brilliant week. Do feel free to contact me or leave a comment on. I'd love to see if you think any of this makes any sense or you think it's complete nonsense. I've got a curry literally waiting downstairs, so I've got to go and have that. Love you all loads, live the dream and have loads of fun. Bang.